Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, or Childhood Finds if you haven't watched my videos before. Today I'm going to be doing what's sold. I'm going to be doing it in two parts because nobody needs to sit and hear me yammer for 50 minutes. And I'm going to be doing it in one sitting though, so I will be wearing the same clothes for both. So do not judge if you think this is on separate days. And then it's going to be over the last 2 weeks or so, just a bunch of random items from eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark that I've sold. No rhyme or reason to the order of them, just the ones I clicked open the first. So let's go ahead and just get started. I do have some pretty cool sales in here, and then just a lot of bread and butter, which is always an okay thing. So let's go ahead and get started. This one for today, my first one is, this is 1957, The Cat in Hat, first edition, third issue by Dr. Seuss. This one, I do have a short video that goes over how to tell if it's a third issue because there's different criteria for each issue. And this wasn't worth, near what the first issue is worth, but I did take a best offer of $55. I paid $1 for this. I will say you do really need the dust jacket to tell what printing your Dr. Seuss book is that I have found so far in my research. So that took a couple months to sell, maybe a little less. I probably could have held out for more, but I am very happy with 55. I think that was fantastic. This book's creepy. So this is going to be an Easton pressed. It is signed. And it's first leather edition, and it's limited, so it's $13.23 out of 2000. I got this at an estate sale, and I'm just gonna be frank, it is creepy. It's just what it is. And to those that love dolls, I apologize. Not my thing. So, what is it? By Gadoo and Lavitt. And let me show you the signature if I can. Here it is. So here it's signed by both. So that did sell for full asking price, and that sold in, I think, a couple weeks at the most, which was a pretty good sale. This, surprise, it came from the same place as the last doll book, another estate sale. This one sold for full asking at $10.95 plus shipping. This is The Art of Dolls, 1700 to 1940 Reference Guide, and it's by Madeline Osborne Merrill. I always think I should read these books before I sell them, because right now by my bedside I have a Fenton art glass book, an antiques book, and a frame book. So really I didn't have more room. And this isn't a huge sale, but it sold also within a couple weeks. This one I got in a bulk buy I did of basically another reseller's scraps, and I paid $25 for, I don't know, a couple hundred records, I think. So buy-in cost of these ones is 30-40 cents, and I just lotted these 3 together. It's a lot of 3 Your Christmas Favorite Firestone Presents series. It's 3, 6, and 7. This took a fair amount of time to sell. It was $17 plus free shipping. So I did go through a period of time with my media where I went, I'm gonna try to offer free shipping. I don't think it made a difference, at least not for me. So I am no longer really offering free shipping. I just wanted to see if it would make a difference in my media that takes a little longer to sell. And I just don't feel it did. So I'm back to doing pretty much all calculated shipping. This was a private listing. So this was someone I went back and forth with, and they wanted 5 different plush, I believe, and they were in Canada, so Canada shipping rates stink. And we went back and forth because they were trying to get it to a decent price where they could get the items and not pay an arm and a leg. So I think I gave them a really, really, really good deal. It was $40 plus free shipping, and I did bump it up to priority because it wasn't a ton more, and the person was nice to me. I am very willing to give deals when you're a nice human being to me. I'm a sucker for that. So let me just show you the 5 different plush that were in it. This was there was a 1998 Nintendo Snorlax bean bag plush. This was one of my personals from when I was young. This is a Laughing Pikachu 2021, so it was very recent. This was a Detective Pikachu by Wicked Cool Toys from 2019. This was a Yoshi plush backpack. In my head, I thought when I bought this that I found really good money. It wasn't really good money. This sat forever, but it's cute. It's Yoshi. And then a Furby Buddies bean bag plush. So it wasn't the ones that, you know, haunt your dreams and speak in the middle of the night. It was just a little plush one. I had one that looked like a cow that would activate during the middle of the night. And last year we bought 2 at a yard sale, and they drove my mother-in-law crazy the whole drive home because they kept talking, and I found them I love them. I really like them, but it's childhood toys. It's nostalgia. So they got 5 of those, so I think it was a very good deal for them. And it was a good deal for me because I got 5 items out, and they were nice to me. Next one is a cookbook. I am not going to say that last name. Tony's Microwave Cajun Country Cookbook, Louisiana. It was a first print. It was stated in the book that it was a first print. It's from 1979. This sold for full asking price. It wasn't in perfect condition, but it wasn't bad. And I am planning a 3rd cookbook video. I'm hoping to do that within the next week or so. And I will be doing the frame video too that I've talked about. That'll come within the next month or so. I'm kind of waiting because I need to be with my mother-in-law with her collection of frames to do it. And so now that yard sale season's picking back up, I'll be there more in town with her. So that will be coming. Let's go to the next. This was a Scarlet Macaw Toys by Daphne plush. It was actually a golf club head cover, and I paid $1 or $2 for this. I took a best offer of $11. It was basically unused. I couldn't tell any signs of use, and yeah, it was a good little sale, easy sale. This is a Picasso and Jacqueline by David Douglas Duncan. It was from 1988, illustrated, and first American edition. I took a best offer of $20 for this, plus shipping. Oh great, beeping. It's probably the trash truck. You guys get to listen too. I'm gonna assume you can hear it. This is going to be the Holy Bible, Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and Pearl of Great Price. So this is a quad book that had them all. I pick these up anytime I see them. They always sell very, very well. And I'm going to show you, because I do catch a lot of flack because I do sell a lot of religious texts. Many people have different opinions about that, so I'm going to share with you why I do it and why I feel it's an okay thing to do. Some people say you need to give them away for free, you know, different things like that. So I'm going to show you my viewpoint. So my first viewpoint is this money provides for my family. Literally puts groceries on my table and pays my rent and provides for my dogs. So that's a big reason. But I also do it because I'm going to actually show you where I got a review. And this review made my week. I think it's so sweet. And even though I am not a religious person, I am very happy I get to provide the material needed for others to study and practice their religions. So in this review, it says, I was so happy to find a copy of the Pearl Navy Blue Quad set. This was the cheapest one I found and is of excellent quality. I can't wait to take it on my mission, and I will get it engraved when I get married. Thank you so much. How kind is that? That made my week when I saw that. So think of it as this was not an item that they could go and purchase at their local neighborhood Walmart or Target. This was an item that they were going to have to search out. It's from 1979, if I'm not mistaken, from the copyright. So I see it as you're providing the materials that people need, and it was at an affordable price that they wanted to pay for it. And this is something she's obviously going to use for a long time. So typically Mormon missions, from what I know, are 2 years, and then through getting married. I mean, this is something she is going to use and cherish. And so it did sell for $29.95, and I paid about $3 for it. Let's go on to the next one. This is a St. Joseph Continuous Sunday Missal, 1961. It was leather. And this I did note, so if you can tell right here, to me that looks like someone removed a personalization. So I did note that. I noted that and made it very clear that that was missing, but that the rest of the item did look to be in good condition. And that I took a best offer of $26, or I sent an offer of $26 for that one. These are my little, I'm gonna call them my little Ammonite ones. I'll pop up a picture of Ammonite Pokemon. And this is Vintage Monet Silver Tone clip-on earrings. And there's not much I can say. They sold for full asking. They were only listed a couple weeks. This is back again from my first yard sale of 2023. I am not probably gonna have those yard sales back again. That was one decently nice weekend. I'm now wearing a sweater. It snowed yesterday. So I'm hoping still it'll clear for the weekend and maybe I'll get a couple in. This was also from that first yard sale. This is a vintage Ronson nautical ship clipper boat sailing trophy table lighter. And the reason I put as is this did take a lot of cleaning, and there was still a little bit of gunk left where I didn't want to just keep scrubbing. So I just put that and put it in the description so that the person was aware there was a little bit more cleaning needed, but I got it pretty shiny. You can see there's still some gunk, but it definitely looked better than it did previously. So this is a really cool, very nice piece. See if there's the back of it too. Oh, there we go. Where you can also see the ships as well. Next one. This, my buy-in cost is about 30 cents. And I personally hadn't heard of the Dragonlance Saga books, but I'm definitely gonna watch for them now. There's a ton of them. I didn't do a ton of research, I'm going to, but there's a ton of them. And this one I paid 30 cents all in for them, and I sold it for $20, and it sold, I don't know, within a couple hours. So I wasn't totally positive what to price them at because there's just a bunch of them. So sold fast, and they were Dragonlance Saga books. There's Doom Brigade, Soul Forge, and Second Generation. This is just a game. It was brand new. Family Feud Late Night Edition Adult Party Quiz game. And I took a best offer, 12 for this. And it sold, I think I paid $3.49 for this, so not amazing profit. And it sold within probably a couple months. This is a Holy Bible New King James snap bonded leather. And it's a petite one. And this one I went back and forth with a buyer that was in another country, and they offered me $23 for it. And I was very happy to take that. I paid, I believe, $1 for this one. Okay, this one, I have a feeling I'm going to have people say I priced it too low, which I absolutely do think I did now, because this was the quickest sale I've ever had. It sold in 30 seconds. And so, my justification, one, I'm not a big clothing seller. I'm getting a little bit more into it as I go. Very little, though, very little. And so this was a 1995 Ted Nugent t-shirt, Spirit of the Wild Tour 90s. It was an extra large, but it looked terrible. So this picture makes it look kind of decent, and don't judge me. I wasn't willing to pay for photo room to get rid of the watermark on the bottom, because I personally don't use photo room because I don't like the flat effect. I like there to be a little bit of oomph to my pictures, to where there's a little bit of depth. So I don't like the flat effect, but I used it for clothes because I don't have a place to put clothes and nobody needs to see my bed. And that's where I put it. And so what I looked is these sell for about $75 plus free shipping, in great condition. Mine had holes everywhere. It had parts of the print you know, worn off, had stains I didn't want to deal with. So to me, I thought half price was pretty fair, because once you count in my shipping, it's right around half price of that $75. I thought that was, you know, a good deal, and it was going to take a little while to sell. It didn't. I should have probably priced it higher, but we paid, I think, $5 for this. My fiance picked this one out because he's made it a thing to start picking up clothes, because he knows that I don't enjoy them and I don't know anything about them. But he's picked some good ones that have paid off. This one, I again talked to a buyer. We went back and forth to try to make sure this was the right plush that they wanted. This, they did pay full asking. It was a sloth warmies stuffed animal, microwavable lavender scented cozy. And so this one, I don't know why I listed this as new, because I never list my plushes new, but it did have all the tags and it still had the scent. Everything was correct about it. So I don't know why I did that. I just did for this one. But it sold in a couple months, and I think I paid $5 for this. So it wasn't a huge profit, but it was a good sale and I got a good review from it. This is my big, this one still makes me smile when I look at it, because this is my best book sale I've had. And this is Alcoholics Anonymous, first edition, 13th printing. It was from 1950, AA Big Book, and Works Publish is the publisher. And this one I took a best offer of $505. It was in really nice condition for its age, and for compared to all the other ones that had sold. I probably could have held out and got a little bit more, but what I justified it was, I looked in at what the buyer's feedback was, and I looked at the feedback they left others. So anytime I get a sale over $100 or get an offer, I always go and look to see what kind of feedback they leave for others. If they're a turkey and they leave negatives all the time, I'm probably not going to take their offer. But if they're pretty nice and reasonable human beings, I'll take their offer, you know, if it's pretty reasonable and around where I wanted. And so this sold, yeah, in less than 24 hours. I paid $250 for this. This one I took a best offer of $15, because I just kind of priced it high, because there's nothing for me to look back on. There is nothing for me to see to try to figure out what to put this at. So this is a Mark Brown's Arthur photo frame 4x6, an Eden gift from 1996. I put it as new because it was still in a sealed package. And I was happy with the best offer of $15. I believe I paid $1.49 for this. And it took a couple months to sell. This is a Franklin Library 100 Greatest Books from Henrik Ibsen Henrik Ibsen plays. It was leather bound, and it was sold for full asking plus shipping. I paid $3 for this. You can see I found this and the Alcoholics Anonymous in a recent haul video I did. I can link that below as well. And I thought it was a pretty good return, and it sold fast. I think maybe a day or two for this guy. This is a horrible picture. These are not how I typically do my pictures, but this person on Mercari offered me a price for the 3 remaining Power Rangers I had, and it was $55 plus shipping. So these Power Rangers came out of a $2 bag. So I had pretty much all the Rangers, and they are the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers metallic versions, and they had their accessories. And these are the 3 left. I'd sold the other couple that I had, and I had, I don't know, these guys are probably 75 cents for when you factor in the other parts in the bag. So this was a good sale, and I didn't want to make a whole big new listing, so I just made it a private listing and just threw all of them in one picture. So nothing special on that picture. And this I just sold. Yes, I know the title stinks. I realized, so I changed the title on eBay, and I didn't have enough oomph in me to go change it on Poshmark and Mercari as well, so I just let it be, but it still sold. So this is a Disney Wonderground Gallery Rapunzel Tangled mug and it had a very small flaw. It was just like a little tiny, it was like a white spot. It almost looked like a manufacturing error. It didn't look like it'd been dropped, but I still put it in there, and I took an offer of $23 on this, and they paid shipping, so I paid, I think, maybe $1 or $2 for this. And it's very pretty. So it's a very nice mug. And this is my little stife. I love this stife. So I sent out offers of 30, and someone came back with me with 27, and I could have waited and got some more for this, but I was happy with the sale. I paid 49 cents for this. This is a stife. It was a 60s Hexy Dachshund dog plush. It wasn't in perfect condition. It had some worn spots. It didn't have its little tag that said its name, but it still sold for $27 in a couple of days. And this is a Merry Merry Angel, 21 inches, and it's a plush stuffed toy girl, wings, halo, all the words. And I took an offer of $16 for this. I did mark it as new because it was in a plastic bag sealed when I got it and has its original tags. I'm very arbitrary. Pretty much 99.9% of my plush will never be listed as new, but there's just sometimes I decide I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna be wild. But usually I put them as used because I consider if I find this at a thrift store, then this could have been displayed for many years. It could have collected dust, could have stains. So I like to list them as used, mostly to protect my tushy. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because we are already 21 minutes in, and that is all you need for me today. And I will do the next video and post it the next day. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.